Today for your Forum Friday challenge, we are going to go on that deep hip rotator theme that we have been talking about recently. And I want to give you a little bit of a challenge for how you maybe kind of end lower body exercises. Like when you think about squeezing or engaging your glutes, I want to think about maybe getting a little bit less deep hip rotator involvement, maybe a little bit less moving forward, femur moving forward in the socket, and let's see if you can change how that contraction is happening. All right, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna place them right behind your femur. So you're gonna find your femur and you're gonna place your hands right behind your femur. And so this will often be a pocket area. So having a large pocket, check both sides. So maybe you have one femur that likes to sit a little bit more forward on the socket and the other one that sits a little bit more neutral. So you might be able to feel the difference. So if you feel like you have these big kind of pockets that sit here, now our test is going to be, can you squeeze your glutes? So go and squeeze your glutes for me. Does that pocket get bigger? And then let go. Okay, squeeze again. Does that pocket form a larger pocket, or does it kind of keep a more nice, rounded, even glute area? Do you feel that femur really shove forward when you squeeze your glutes, forming a bigger pocket here? Or does it kind of just feel like it stays nice and flat and doesn't form a big divot? So usually when someone forms a big divot here, that means their femur's moved very far forward in the socket. So this can end up maybe irritating the psoas muscle because it's getting a lot of pressure forward on it and it's helping to have to contain the hip in the socket. Maybe it's irritating the front labral structures or the soft tissue structures. Maybe you get some impingement or some pinching. All right, so some of that goes back around to that deep hip rotator tightness and how we're engaging our glute max for more of our kind of hip centering fibers versus our external rotators where we're moving forward a little bit more in the socket with those. So what I want you to do for your Forum Friday, give this a try, sorry, longest Forum Friday ever. I want you to work on engaging your inner thighs for me and then squeeze your glutes. So give this a try. Let's get adduction in with finishing up our squat and see what that does to our hip pocket area. So I want you to think about the floor here. And I want you to think about pulling in on the floor. So I want you to think like you're trying to slide the floor together. So you're gonna pull in on the floor, but you're not gonna let your knees collapse, okay? So you're just gonna pull in on the floor there, like you're trying to pull the floor together. And I want you to squeeze your glutes while you pull in on the floor. Might take a little bit of coordination because maybe you're not used to using your adductors and glutes at the same time. Great muscle combo, by the way. And I want you to think about those pockets. Put your hand there, squeeze your glutes, feel your pocket. Now let go of your adductors, let go of that pulling, squeeze your glutes again, feel your pocket. Did anything change by getting those adductors on board for squeezing? Because our adductors help to balance out those deep hip rotators for providing stability. So if we get our abs, we get our adductors, then the back of our pelvis can let go a little bit more. All right, so that is your Forum Friday challenge. So feel like you're finishing up a squat, squeeze your glutes, and feel what those pockets feel like, okay? And then try to squeeze that floor together and see if you can decrease the amount of pockets that form. So let's see what happens when we get a little bit more adduction into this beautiful system.